Sorry. I I keep turning off the microphone with the stream starting soon screen and forget to turn it back on once I start the stream. So I apologize for that. Anyways, welcome to build stream number 5. Yesterday we put on the engines and that went on without incident. I did have another missing piece. It was a 1x1 slope, and I'm sorry, Alex, you might not have heard me say hello, but I did say hello before you pointed out that my mic was not turned on. It's good. Today's going to be a little bit interesting too because I did not sleep well last night. I am anticipating the storm that's coming. I'm not afraid of it, but I'm anticipating the things that I'm going to have to do today. My wife is an anesthesiologist, and we live in a small rural city. And the hospital that she works at is kind of like the hub for the county and beyond. And so, if there's something that goes wrong within, the rural area, and it's an emergency but not life-threatening case, then she has, I think, like 20 minutes or so to get to the hospital. It is 8:48 here in Missouri, but if it's like an emergency C-section or another life-threatening emergency case, then she has to get there as quickly as possible. And she can't do that if my driveway is ice. So I know at some point I'll have to get up and salt the driveway. Right now, yeah, there's a pretty bad winter storm that's kind of just to the north of us that might spread south. So after I get done with step 9, I'll have to just take a short break to assess the situation. I'll be right back on stream if everything's kosher. If I have to ice the driveway, then I'll do that. It won't take very long, and then I'll hop right back on stream. Hey, Bricko Mode, welcome to the channel. We're just getting ready to get started here. So step 9 is putting the paneling underneath the Imperial starship, or the Imperial destroyer. And then step 10 is putting the left-hand side of the paneling. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started. Yeah. Yesterday was a pretty good day. We had a lot of first-time visitors. It was pretty neat. Made some new friends. Sorry that it probably started a little too late for you, Alex. Anyone else live in the Midwest? Or am I the only unlucky one? Oh, Rick, are you guys getting snow and ice today too, or is it not in your area? Oh, okay. Yep. All we're getting right now is rain, but it's projected to freeze. Well, the unfortunate thing about where I live down here in south central Missouri, we get a lot of snow and ice, but usually they're paired together, so it's pretty treacherous to have both of them. But fortunately, yesterday I got the salt, and I made sure the snowblower has gas, and it starts, and I have more gas. So we're in a pretty good situation. So, Brick, I take it that you also build Lego? I'm setting up a Discord probably later today. Just didn't have a lot of time this morning with getting everything kind of ready. And I did all the chores I have to do in the morning too. Like, making sure the cats are taken care of, litter boxes are all clean, all that stuff. Fixed breakfast for me and the wife. I recorded some videos this morning of the next set I'm working on that's not Star Wars related. I'm hoping to get that edited and put up today. Oh, nice. I'll have to give your channel a look once I get done with here. Do you build Star Wars Legos too, or what is it that you do build? Not sure if you heard me brick, but I was wondering what Legos you primarily build. Okay. I've seen Ninjago around. I haven't really. I'm not very familiar with them though, although they do look neat. City, I would really like to get into that one day, but I think that's gonna take up a lot of space I do not have right now. Also, welcome to the channel, Skywalker. That's a fantastic name. So I take it with the name, you also build primarily Star Wars Lego sets? Well, thank you so very much. I'm still pretty new. I've only been streaming for a couple weeks. It's been a lot of fun though. I really enjoy interacting with you all. So primarily, I also build Star Wars Lego sets. Mostly it's Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series sets. Every once in a while I will sneak in something different. I just built out the Dark Falcon last week. That's still a Star Wars set. I am working on Bear Dur right now. I'm not streaming that, I'm just kind of filming the video. Trying to do something a little neat. I built out the first few bags this morning, and I should be putting that up a little bit later today. I'm hoping to stream until the Bears game starts, and then getting on at some point after that, because I really want to finish this up before Friday. I am heading out of town. And when I come back, I want to start on the Y-Wing, which is next. And then after that, it's the Death Star. I can't remember what's after Death Star. I think it might be Assault on Hoth. Yeah, UCS sets are so great. I mean, it's like making models of your favorite Star Wars ships without having to deal with the paint and the glue and all that nonsense. Who do I think is going to win the Super Bowl? Boy, that is a question for the ages. I have no idea. You have Minnesota that's doing really great. You have Detroit that's also doing phenomenal. In addition, you've got the Chiefs who really want a three-peat. Let's see. Those are really the top three teams: the Vikings, the Lions, and the Chiefs. So I think it'll be between those three. No, the 49ers, they aren't doing so well this year. They got disqualified already. And this doesn't really want to fit. I'm gonna make sure I got this all set. Everything looks like it's built correctly. I'm just gonna go for it. How about you, Brick? Who do you think's gonna win? So we have the Kansas City Chiefs in Missouri. We did have the St. Louis Rams, but they relocated to Los Angeles. As you can probably see from my shirt, I am a Chicago Bears fan because I grew up in Northern Illinois. We did move at some point in time, but I've always been and always will be a Bears fan. I'm also a Chicago Cubs fan, so I am used to the pain of losing. Making sure this is all nice and snug as I go along, because as I get further on, making sure it's all flush is going to get a lot more difficult because of all the greebling on the bottom. I'm a fan of Manchester United for soccer, or football as you call it. I have all 40 UCS sets. I've built 21 or 22. I think that I'm actually building 22. I'm sorry. I've built 11 or 12. And I think I'm building the 12th one now, which means I have like 28 left after this one. So I bought a lot of them at a shop in St. Louis, Missouri. And then I bought some on Facebook Marketplace. And then the rest of them, to kind of finish them out, I bought on eBay. Yeah, I know. Yes, it was a little crazy. I went a little crazy. But that's okay, because I'm gonna unbox them and build them all on stream. So I built out the Venator. Well, actually, I didn't build out the Venator on stream. I just filmed it. And I guess that's the same with the Razor Crest. And then the first one I built out on stream was the gunship. And then the next one after that was the A-Wing. And then after the A-Wing is the Imperial Star Destroyer, which I'm building now. And then I'll just keep going down the line. I think I put in a post on the community tab of my channel what sets I have and in the order I'm going to build them in, which is basically the reverse chronological order. So from latest released to first released. If there's any set that you want to see that I have boxed up, you can feel free to let me know, and I'll go get it for you to take a look at. I don't have all of them out. I have most of them in storage, just because I have enough room to put them on the shelves, but I'm also sticking Lego sets on the shelves, so I don't want to have to keep readjusting as I go. So Skywalker, what's your favorite set that you've put together so far? Alex, I'll have 28 after this one. Hey Chris, welcome back. I checked this morning, probably about 45 minutes ago, and we haven't gotten ice yet. But I'll have to keep checking every once in a while. Manchester United, huh? You don't want to watch the Bears with me? Watch them most likely get blown out by the Packers. All right. So once these are on, and actually that's almost too bright. Anyways, once these are on, I can't really make everything flush. So I'm just double checking now that everything is nice and flush. So, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I waited too long to do this to one of the other panels underneath the wings, and it literally fell apart on me. So I am not taking any chances. So if you have not built this ship yet, and you may build this ship in the future, please heed my advice and make sure it's all snug before you proceed any further. Okay, I think that's good. See, even now. We're not neighbors, but we do know each other. Oh, look at that. I don't know if that can show up very well, but it's already popping out for like no reason. Yeah, right there. See, it's already popping out for no reason. Okay, so looks like we're putting on some more greebling on the top. Yeah, it is. It's a little old. It's 5 years old, so it's not terribly old. I think it could use a little bit more support, you know, connecting these pieces, like, you know, probably another brick just to connect these two panels here to help secure it a little bit more. I think that's That's the primary issue. But what do I know? I'm new to Lego. Yeah, I can be a little rough with them, or squeeze them really tight, but I'm gonna run into some issues pretty soon where I probably can't or shouldn't squeeze them so tight. I'll tell you right now, I guarantee you I'm going to break some reddish brown bricks. It's gonna happen. I need to make a small adjustment here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there might be some metal stuff out there, but I'm not 100% sure. This build overall, though, it's pretty good, pretty solid. Not a whole lot of problems in construction. It is getting harder and harder to move it around though, because it's getting so heavy. And the engine's put it feels like it's put a little bit extra length to it. I am gonna wait to put this panel on until the other one is completed too. And we're actually almost done with this step. Technique is pretty weird. Hey, see you, Alex. Thanks again for stopping by. I'll probably see you tomorrow night at some point in time. Have a good one. See, these things aren't actually attaching to anything. They're just floating free. So anyone hear any juicy Lego rumors? I thought I saw something this morning about Superman sets. Star Wars series as in like shows, or animated, or movies? Yeah, I have a tendency to dress up like Luke Skywalker and his different appearances for Halloween. So for movies, I tend to like the original trilogies a little bit more because, I mean, that's what I grew up with. The prequels, I would say, follow that, and the latest three, I don't like as much as the other six. Oh, favorite character is Luke Skywalker for sure. Now, so far as the animated series, Clone Wars is an amazing show. I'm disappointed that it took me so very long to watch it, but I am glad I did watch it. I have not seen all of Bad Batch yet. I hope to watch that sometime soon. I'm kind of in a backlog of other shows right now. I've not watched Skeleton Crew yet. I have watched you know, all of the Acolyte. So far as the episodic series, Andor is just a great show. I was on the fence about it when it first came out because it seemed to start out pretty slow. But once it picked up, it was great. I'm really looking forward to season 2. Rogue One, also an amazing movie. Solo, I haven't really, I mean, I watched Solo once. I should probably go back and revisit it at some point in time. Well, Skywalker, I do recommend that you go watch it. I mean, it's just the way everything is set up. It takes a while, like I said, to get into it, and then once it starts up, it's just it's a pretty phenomenal show. And I can see why Rogue One would be a favorite for some people. The Mandalorian, also amazing. I don't want to not mention The Mandalorian. The Book of Boba Fett was also pretty good, but not as great as Andor, not as great as The Mandalorian, but still pretty good. All of these are better than the Acolyte, I think. I think the problem with the Acolyte is it took too long to get things going. You know, you have to have, with these shows, you have to have pretty good pacing. And I think the Acolyte really missed out on the pacing. They did have some great things in Solo. I mean, you got to see the Kessel Run, and you know, you got to see Han Solo meet Chewbacca and Lando, and how he got the Millennium Falcon in the first place. So it does have some good stuff. But I don't know if it's partially the scoring for Rogue One, or if it's how, you know, all the action takes place in the plot. It's just fantastic to me. Of course, I'm just comparing those two movies. Now we are starting with step 10, which is the other side of the panels. I'm slowly but surely becoming more awake as we go along, so things should go a little faster. Right. So if you're new to the stream and you guys like what you see, drop a like and a subscribe. Boy, maybe I haven't had as much coffee as I really need yet today. Just keep updated on when I'm going to start streaming, what I'm going to build next. I publish a lot on the community tab just to keep everyone updated. And I appreciate having you here. All right, that's as snug as it's going to be for right now. Oh, I can't believe I left out a series. Obi-Wan. I thought Obi-Wan was pretty decent. I like how they kind of captured how broken he was after Anakin turned to the dark side. I'm also a big fan of lightsaber duels, and that show has some pretty good ones. I'm not making this mistake again. Oh, the worst character in Star Wars. Man, that is probably one of the most loaded questions I've seen for Star Wars. Man. Well, I guess I'll put in my 2 cents. I did not really like Jar Jar very much. Please don't hate me. Hopefully I'm not going to lose a lot of subscriptions for saying that, but I felt like it didn't really add as much to the overall plot as was needed. I felt like it was just some filler. Yeah. Also, I guess the I can't remember his name, but the general that was in what was it? The third new one. I'm just spacing out. I haven't had very much sleep last night, so I apologize. He also did not seem like he was essential to the plot. I didn't like his character very much either. And I guess those are the ones I didn't like very much. Yeah, I think they made some kind of questionable plot decisions in the last 3 movies. I think Mark Hamill did not have a good time being in those movies. Yes, yes. That's the guy. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. But in The Mandalorian, the actor that played Jar Jar actually made an appearance, and that was some awesome screen time. Favorite original movie? That's also a tough one. Empire Strikes Back was pretty good. But, I mean, I actually saw Return of the Jedi in theaters as a kid. And immediately after the movie, we went to Toys R Us, and my grandparents bought me Han Solo's blaster. So I'd have to say that one. What about you, Skywalker? What's your favorite original trilogy movie? I mean, it's an essential movie for sure. It sets everything up. I mean, I think that's a solid choice. A New Hope would probably be my favorite if I didn't see the one I saw in the theater already, or that I mentioned already. They will never remake the first three. They better not. Don't get me started on remakes. How about you, Tevo? What's your favorite original three? I'm assuming you've seen the original three, of course. It would be so much worse if they did. Like, could you imagine any of those characters being recast and appearing as someone else in a film with updated special effects? I mean, no. I would protest greatly. Well, we are making some pretty good time today. Get out. No, I'm just kidding. I've not kicked anyone off my stream yet. Knock on wood. Yeah, I've been really surprised. At all the people that have come by and visited. Everyone has been super nice, and I haven't had any trolls. Again, knock on wood. And it's really been nothing unlike what I thought it's been nothing like what I thought it would be. Well, hold on a second. Those aren't remakes, though. Those are live action adaptations. Also, I'm not a big fan of those either. Because part of the allure of those movies in the first place were that they were animated Disney films. Everyone loves animated Disney films. Now it's CGI all the way through. I'm not a fan of those either. I don't think I've seen any of those adaptations. So the funny thing though, the very first date I ever went on was I took my girlfriend to watch The Lion King in the movie theaters, and we had dinner afterwards. I can't remember what dinner was. Yep. And I think they could have done a bit better at tying it in. I know it took place a long time, like 1,000 years before the events of A New Hope, or the prequels rather. But they could have done a little bit better job of tying things in, I feel. Yeah, that's absurd, the amount of money they used on that show. everything's all snug. So after I put these panels on underneath the Star Destroyer, I'm going to take just a short enough break to go upstairs and see if we have ice. And if we don't have ice, then I'll just be right back. Another movie that was great because of practical effects was Matrix, the first one. And it became so successful that Hollywood's like, hey man, let's just throw money at this. And that's why the second one is not nearly as good as the first one. And then the third one, well, let's not talk about that. Hey Zim, good morning. I got started a little early this morning. Haha. That's pretty funny. They did make a third Matrix, even if you don't want to acknowledge that they did. Yeah, I was just gonna ask Skywalker if he's got his own channel. Yes, I have seen Ahsoka. I can't believe I mentioned Ahsoka with everything else too. I blame my lack of sleep today on that. Ahsoka was pretty good. Yeah, I have no complaints with Ahsoka. Hey, welcome back, Brick. It's too early for Monster. It's only 10 o'clock. And I've got almost, well, probably about a half a cup of coffee left. Hey, Zim, Alex made it on. It was pretty early for him. For those of you new to the stream, Alex is from France. And he likes to watch for a little bit at night. But it's really early, or, well, yeah, I think it's 2 a.m. when I start at like 6. So this time he was able to watch things a little bit earlier. I mean, everyone has their opinions on what time to start drinking Monster in the morning. My opinion is afternoon. That's when Monster should be enjoyed. Coffee before then. It's 10 a.m. here. We're in Central Time Zone. Yeah, I don't usually buy them myself. I made an exception last time I went to the store, though. So, Skywalker, do you also live in the Midwest? I think I would die if I didn't have coffee. Not really, but it is definitely a habit for me. That Keurig fires up at 3:58, so when I get out of bed at 4 in the morning, it is ready for me. Oh, so I don't know if you've heard of the town of DeKalb. It's west of Chicago, down 80. That is my hometown. I was in Chicago in November to watch the Bears play the Packers at Soldier Field. Yep. I still have not had Malort. How do I wake up at 4 in the morning? Habit. So this is going to be kind of an interesting story. Well, not really a terribly interesting story, but a little bit of an interesting story anyways. Ever since my wife got out of medical school and started, when she was starting her residency, she liked to set an alarm at 4:30 and snooze. And so I had a choice. Oh, and when she snoozes a lot. Like, she will just, every 10 minutes, she'll hit the snooze. And she'll do that until she essentially wants to get up. And that could be 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Usually she's up by 6 nowadays. So if I don't wake up before she does, I will have to listen to that alarm go off over and over and over again. So I wake up before she does. I also go to sleep very early. Well, not very early. I'm usually asleep by 10. Yeah, that's what I used to do too. No one knows where DeKalb is. I just would say I live just west of Chicago is what I used to say. And it's a travesty because how would people not know where barbed wire was invented at, right? Everyone should know that. So I guess it is time to start sticking on wing pieces. I'm just going to set this up here for now. I'm going to go back a little bit. So Zim, this is I'm no longer holding it by the frame because I really felt like it bent, or felt like it was going to bend on me this morning. I'm going to rotate it around. Okay. All right, that went in without any fuss. Now I have to put one other little piece in. So it's a little droopy here. Oh, okay. I guess something came off a little bit, so now it's less droopy. Hope that gets fixed eventually. Anyways, time to rotate again. Oh boy. Talk about a tight squeeze. Oh, knew that was going to happen. These engines are not held on very good at all. Okay. Hold the press. Hold the press. I had a panel that was sticking up just a little bit. Wanted to make sure it was secure. Let me see if the overhead cam can get this a little better. So it's interesting. I don't know. There's like a hollow point here underneath this red, or I'm sorry, this white brick that goes to this post that actually you can't really see very well. So if that's not lined up right, then there'll be problems later. So once that's in there, then everything can snap in properly. Oh. All right. Everything is in, nice, secure. I think there's a couple more detail pieces I need to put in here. Oh my Lord. The size of this thing is really ridiculous. I know I haven't seen any messages in a while. I'll look over it here in a second when I get done with this. All right. That concludes step 10. Now I am going to try to put this away again. Now we have some additional length though, so. Okay. Oh, Mos Eisley, that looks like a pretty good set. I have Ewok Village and Assault on Hoth, but like the Sarlacc Pit, I don't have that. Well, I don't have any of the other Diorama sets really. I am going to briefly go upstairs and make sure that we don't have ice, and then if we don't have ice, then I will be right back to start on bag 11. Step 11, I should say, okay? Good news, everybody. No ice. So I think I can keep going with bag 11. Step 11. Well, I hope Manchester United wins. They are my favorite team as well. So far as the diorama sets, I do want to get some more. I'm just concerned about space right now, really. Probably in the future, I'll get some more. I bet Mos Eisley was a pretty fun set to build. Boy, look at all these panels. It's going to be pretty fun. Building the top now. Yeah, I know. It does have a lot of minifigs. Check out this big old plate. That's a wonderful foundation to start with. So that's the cantina is retired now, isn't it? That means if I ever do want to build it, I will have to pay a fortune. So Skywalker, how long have you been building Legos for? So I started YouTube towards the end of November. Maybe it was mid-November, but I didn't start uploading until December 2nd. That was, I put up my intro video, and I think I put up all the shorts of my my eBay deliveries, and then I think also that night is when I did my first unboxing, or I didn't do an unboxing live actually. I recorded an unboxing and then posted it. So Sim, welcome to the world of Lego. I look forward to seeing your completed DS9. So, Skywalker, would you say that Lego has improved, has gotten worse, or stayed the same since you first started working on them? It does seem like it's been a while since we had a good, solid Clone Wars release. What rumors are you hoping are true about the releases for this year? I have not built a mock yet. I want to build a mock, and I will build a mock, but I need to get through some of the stuff I have right now. Before I get there. Right now, it kind of feels like, you know, I've purchased a Ferrari and a Lamborghini and a Porsche, but I haven't driven the Lamborghini, the Porsche, or the Ferrari yet. And then I'm already thinking about getting an Aston Martin. I gotta use what I have first, and then move on from there. I know that I just feel like 4 Death Stars is a lot of Death Stars. I'll have to check it out once I get done with this stream today. There are just some amazing creations that people have put out. Oh no, I don't really have those things. I was just using it as an example. I'm not very rich. Basically what I'm saying is I have a lot of sets that I should focus on building up before I get too many other sets. Jeez, this is taking no time at all, really. So I've seen like I've seen the Imperial Star Destroyer mock that has like a real interior. That looks pretty sweet. I've seen a larger scale version of the Millennium Falcon that also looks really neat. Those are the type of things I would really like to build. And then, of course, they're not necessarily mocks, but Mold King has larger scale versions of the Executor and the Imperial Star Destroyer as well. So yeah, the goal is to build out the sets I have. I bought some clearance stuff at Walmart that I'll probably build out. And then when the next UCS sets come out, I guess in May, then I will get those and probably build those out immediately. I've been thinking, I'm not sure if I really should build them out immediately, but I probably will. That looks very interesting, a Home 1 cruiser. I know they released the Miniscale version of that. That's actually incidentally sold out at my local Walmart already. I think stop motions are pretty cool. I thought about doing that as well, but I don't know how they're generated, but they seem complex to make. So I ended up just going for the speed builds for when I'm not streaming. But yeah, I mean, I would certainly watch stop motion. I bet because you have to film it and then you have to edit out your hands, and I don't even know how to do that. Well, I don't know how to do it in a less tedious manner than I imagine it's being done. Like, I have DaVinci Resolve, and I've used it to a fair extent, but nothing to the extent of editing a whole entire video to remove hands. We are still pretty bendy here. All right, well, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Oh, wow. Very interesting. And when you do your stop motion, do you put in the sound of the clicks as you're putting the bricks in? Okay. Yeah, I'm not great at not the greatest at editing either. Have you had any troubles finding music that's copyright free? Yeah, the sound library is pretty expansive. I've also used artlist.io for some music. And yesterday I found this amazing like playlist that someone else actually just created. So that was a godsend. Sometimes I use like playlists on YouTube Music, but I'm starting to notice that when the playlists were created, they were copyright free, and then since then they've decided to copyright. So now I have not like strikes, but I have like copyright notifications. So I'll have to remove those tracks eventually, but that's for another time. Where it's getting real hard to figure out the next steps here. That's the only problem with working with so much gray. It just blends in real good. Okay. I will be around for a little while longer, at least. Hey, welcome back. So how old is your YouTube channel? How long have you been doing it? Hey Spectresides, welcome to the channel. We are getting ready to wrap up. What is this? Step 11, I guess it is already. And hello there too, Frenzy. I don't think I've seen either of you two here. Hope you enjoy what you see here. Okay, so too long ago. We were just talking about when we got our YouTube starts. Yes, actually, I have built the Dark Falcon. In fact, it is in one of my playlists for non-UCS sets. I built it about a week ago, and I did it as a speed build, and it should be up there for you to find. If you can't find it, let me know. I'm trying to keep everything organized, and I'm afraid I might be hyper organizing things. Hey giggles, welcome to the channel too. My favorite set to build was, so far, is the Executor, because it was nice and solid. It was the first really big ship I built after, you know, the Millennium Falcon, of course, but that ship is almost more round and wide than long. So it was pretty fantastic. You know, you're building it out, and it's like, it's just getting longer and longer and longer and longer, and everything fit so well together. It was pretty amazing. There were no issues building that ship whatsoever. I've had some issues with this one. Oh, and the engines, they kind of were built out in their own little section, and then they just kind of snapped in. It was great. Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably have too many playlists. But yeah, maybe I should reduce the number of playlists I have. I try to keep all the live streams in the same, like, playlist per what I'm building out. And the non-UCS sets, I like to try to make them at their own playlists. And I will have I think I have a playlist for non-Star Wars too, that I'll just keep everything in there. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or tips or anything like that, I'm always welcome to constructive criticism. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. Subs, they are, well, it's like receiving a present on Christmas morning. I still really appreciate and value each and every one that I get. I think I'm going to do one more step and then call it. So far as bag 7, I think, is just about halfway through. Have you gotten to the part where you have the small round pieces that you put the decals on yet? Well, thank you. But 92 is still pretty good, and you'll get 93 once I'm all done here. So I'll definitely give you a sub as well. I started out this morning at 87, which is way more than I was ever expecting to get. I was expecting to get somewhere around 10. And those 10 were the friends and family that I knew had YouTube accounts and knew enough about, you know, subscribing. I wasn't really expecting this many, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you've done the round things with the decals. So I didn't realize that the decals had to be aligned in a certain way. So make sure when you get to that part, because usually what I do is I take the piece and then I stick the decal on and then I put the piece on. And with those, you really have to either take a long brick and make sure the alignment is right, or just stick the pieces on and then put the decals on afterwards. Otherwise, it will look weird. Yeah, I call the stickers decals. I'll also give you a sub too. And we're all trying to grow here, and sometimes it can be hard to do so. So today we've been talking about our favorite sets. We've been talking about our favorite shows, favorite movies, what we're looking forward to coming out in 2025. If anyone wants to weigh in that hasn't weighed in yet, we'd love to hear what you have to say. We've also talked about mocks and the fact that Zim, who loves Star Trek, found a Deep Space Nine mock that I'm sure he's going to build, and thus get sucked into the world of Lego. Right, Zim? You might not be listening anymore, but it's just a little bit of a ledge. Things won't get out of control unless you let it get out of control. Hey, happy birthday in advance. Hey Skywalker, thanks for stopping by, and I really appreciate you having you here. And I hope to see you in the future again. I do not live stream every day. I do on Mondays for sure. I will on Tuesdays if I have nothing going on. Wednesdays I should be. Thursdays I will stream if I have nothing else going on. And then I guess the same could be said of Friday. Saturday I tend to stream, and I tend to stream for a fair amount of time just because I have so much time during the day. Sunday mornings, I'm not usually on as early as I got on this morning. I usually go on a walk with my dog, and we usually walk about 3 to 4 miles. It gets her nice and tired out for the rest of the day. And with football, I usually don't stream in the afternoon on Sundays, but Mondays, Wednesdays are for sure. Saturdays are for sure for a fairly long period of time. And then Sundays, after, because football will be ending soon, I should be on more than 2. I have 28 more UCS sets to build out after this one. And my aim is to build them all out on stream. So I have a lot of things to build out on stream. Oh, are you overseas as well? Where are you from? Australia. Nice. I am in Missouri in the US. So my wife, she spent some time in Brisbane doing a work abroad program with her university. And we will someday go back down there so she can show me all the things that she experienced in her 2 months down there. We used to joke actually that if she ever lost her job, she would just move down to Australia. Yeah, I think I would like going to Australia, but it is a little hot, if I understand correctly. I tend to prefer cooler temperatures. So I take it you're born and raised in Australia? How do you like living there? Okay. I think if I recall too correctly that your seasons are reversed. Like I think you all are experiencing summer right now where we're experiencing winter. A lot of what I've learned from Australian culture is from watching Muriel's Wedding. I've seen that movie, I don't know, like 10 times. I would say it's not a bad movie. Card games as in like Magic the Gathering type card games, or card games like poker and euchre and the such. Yep, I will be. Take care, Zim, and it's good to see you on stream again. I hope you have a good rest of your day if I don't see you later. I think I might be back later. We'll have to see how things turn out. So yeah, actually I used to collect and play Magic pretty frequently. In order to afford some of my Lego sets, though, I had to sell a lot of my Magic cards. There's a guy that gets on stream, well, in chat, I should say, and talks a fair amount. His name is Tavo. He actually used to work at Channel Fireball, and he's a pretty experienced and good Magic player himself. Hey, we were just talking about you, Tevo. Spec was talking about Magic. I think I have heard of that. I'll have to look at it one of these days. Now, I've heard a fair amount of Flesh and Blood. I think there's someone in my World of Warcraft guild that competes in tournaments for Flesh and Blood, like professional tournaments. Well, these panels really don't want to stay in here very good. They keep popping out just a little bit. That's pretty cool. I have never played Pokemon. Now, I did play Pokemon Go when it first came out, and that was pretty fun. But never the card game. I think we're almost done. And the timing is pretty good too. I do play console games occasionally. Elden Ring for one. All of the Souls-like games I've played on console and on PC. And spec, I'm on bag. I think it's 12 right now. Yep, I'm on 12. All right, so I'm ready to start putting the wings on, or the top part of these on, I should say. It is just getting so massive. So I'm putting on the other side first. I think I'm going to swap to the overhead cam for this one. This should be pretty cut and dry. How this goes in here. But saying that, I imagine something's going to go wrong. Or if you could see how I have to position, you would laugh. I'm going to reposition this. I cannot see. Snap in. Up. Should have known that was going to happen. Okay, let's try this again. Sometimes these snap-in pieces, if they're not being held on very well, they will just pop off themselves. All right, that one's in. That one's in. All right. Now for the left side. It's just not snapping in. All right. It's in. Everything is gravy. Let's see if I can do. And I realize I am missing an engine. It's over here. I'll put it back in just a second. But yeah. There's the top. All in and secure. Nope. Looks like that it's not all in and secure after all. There we go. Let me go ahead and get moved back into position. Okay, so that was back 12. Hey, welcome back. So 13 is putting on the more of the top, and I assume that would be 14 as well. And then 15 is the superstructure. Okay, so yeah. So we're making pretty good progress. So my goal is to get back on sometime later on today. I don't know if it will be immediately after a football game, or if it will be later. I've got some packing to do before I leave on Friday, so I'll try to knock some of that out today too. But hey, thanks. But it was great having you all join me again today. I'm grateful for all the views, and I'm grateful for all the interactions. I'll always be grateful for all the interactions. And if you haven't yet, give a like and a subscribe. And I hope to see you on a bit later today. If not today, then for sure tomorrow at 6 Central. And Spec, I think you said your birthday was tomorrow. I hope you have a great birthday. And I hope to see you around on stream again. See ya. Go Bears. Hopefully they win today.